Good afternoon, everybody. I welcome you all to another edition of the training. And today we are going to be treating the topic Tablature. My name is Olami from U Musicals Academy. Now, I gave a brief introduction on the topic Tablature yesterday during the online class on WhatsApp. What is a tablature? A tablature is a musical notation that deals with instrument training rather than musical pitches. What do I mean? A tablature is a form of notation that it tells you what finger to place somewhere that will give you a particular sound, rather than telling you, okay, putting semi-brief somewhere, putting meaning somewhere, and you'll be the one to figure out, okay, how this is going to be here, that's going to be here. So example of instruments that use tablature is a guitar. Now, going to guitar tablature, I'm going to give you a form of representation now. I'm going to be giving you some introduction to it and some key things that you're going to be needing. So I told you I'm going to be giving you everything you need. A guitar tablature comprises of 6 lines, which indicates all the strings on a standard lead guitar. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This place indicates the note. Now I need you guys to understand a particular fact that this one I'm giving you is just to make it simplified so that you can easily understand it. In essence, in a standard guitar tablature, the note is not placed here, it is placed here. So it makes your guitar it makes it appear inverted, but for the purpose of this training is actually meant for absolute beginners. So they might find it really difficult inverting things and doing all sorts of stuff like that. So I'm just going to make it direct and simple and straightforward. So excuse me, please. Let me draw it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, having done this one, we are going to split it up into frets. And definitely, I hope you understand what we mean by frets. We did everything on the WhatsApp forum. So this one, from this place to this place, is a fret. This one represents the knot, the white element at the neck region. So this is the first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, and that's how it goes. So there's something we call tuning. When we are talking about tuning, that means the particular notes that should be somewhere. Now, this is a standard guitar. This one represents your string 1, string 2, string 3, string 4, string 5, and string 6. Now, when you are tuning your guitar, there is a particular note that should be on string 6. There's a particular note that should be on string 5, and like that. So, on your string 6, you are going to have this one to be He. This one is He, E, A, D, G, B, and E. Now, in order for you to easily remember this, you can easily have it this way. Every African desire God's blessings eternally. Do you all get? Now, don't ask me why E is on string 6 and B is on string 2 or anything. That's how it is given. You know, in mathematics, at times when you are calculating, they tell you, given that. Now, in music, in guitar playing, given that this is your standard tuning. Every time you are tuning, you tune string 6 to He, string 5 to He, string 4 to D, string 3 to G, string 2 to B, and string 1 to He. All together. Now, giving you a brief introduction and everything you're going to be needing, I hope you understand that in guitar playing, mostly you're going to be using these 4 fingers, and this is how we number them. Have your four fingers this way and number them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we together? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when I tell you that, when I draw a tablature for you this way, and I draw and I dot something like this, and I write 1, it means that you are going to use this finger to hold the first fret on string 1. Are we together? Now, when I have another thing like this, I dot it and I write 3. It means you are going to strike this note using your third finger to hold the second fret of string 2. Are we together? So, having understood the concept of tablature and understanding at least a little about it, I want to introduce us to this topic called skills. A skill is just a collection of notes, a collection of musical notes that are played in ascending or in descending order, following a regular pattern. Now, we have different types of skill. We have hundreds of them. We have the major scale, we have the minor scale, we have harmonic scale, we have melodic scale, we have pentatonic scale, pentatonic major, pentatonic minor. We have hundreds of them. But then, I'm going to introduce you to one, and I'm going to give you the principle of 4 minutes. Now, the simple principle is this: tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. I bet you 99.9 of us we are familiar with this major scale, but maybe we don't know. We sing it as do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. But it is musically referred to as major scale. Now, what does a tone mean? A tone refers to 2 movements, either forward or backward. What did I say? A tone refers to 2 movements, either forward or backward. Now, let me seize this opportunity to explain to you the fact that music is all about movement. You're either moving up or moving down. When you are playing your guitar, you're either moving forward or you are moving backward. You're either moving up, you're moving down. You are just constantly moving all together. Now, semitone. A semitone refers to the half of a tone, which is a movement rather than 2. It is a movement either forward or backward. Are we fine with that? Now, let me introduce us to another concept, which is sharp. Concept of sharp. This is the symbol, hash symbol, just like you have the hash on your phone. Now, this is sharp, then flat. Notice how I drew mine. It is not B. They are different. This is flat, this is B. Now, when we are talking about the concept of sharp and flat, a sharp is a forward movement, which means a sharp is a semitone forward. A flat is a backward movement, which means a semitone backward. Don't worry, it might sound confusing right now, you might not understand, but just as time goes on, like here and now, I'm going to make you understand what it means to sharpen something, to flatten something, to apply a tone, to apply a semitone, and things like that. Excuse me, just a moment. Now, in order for you to understand these concepts exclusively, I'm going to recurse directly to the keyboard so that I'm going to be able to show you directly what the movement means when you are moving forward and when you are moving backwards. Are we together? And then for this class, I advise that you have a jotter. I hope you have a jotter and you are jotting with me as I'm teaching. Okay. So now, when we are talking about keyboard, let me give you a brief introduction. 1, 2, separated by a line. We have another one. 1, 2, 3. Separated by another line. We have 1, 2. Okay. Let's just briefly have this one. Are you still there with me? I hope you are not getting confused already. Don't worry. These are all the theories you're going to be needing, at least for now. I'm not going to be bothering yourself. I'm not going to be bothering your head with some big grammar that you might find difficult to understand. Altogether. Now, does this thing look like anything you've met before? Definitely, it should look like your keyboard. We all have keyboards in our churches. Some of us have it in our houses. Some of our friends have it, and it's very common. Now, this one looks typical of a keyboard. Now, I have some observations I want you to note. These ones represent the black keys, while this one represent the white keys. You will notice that two black keys are together, separated by a thin line. Three black keys are together, separated by a line. Two black keys together, separated by a line. That is how it's going to occur to infinity, and it is not just a mere coincidence, it is intentional. Now, at every place you see two black keys together, C is here, D is here, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Till infinity, but fine. Now, we already have this. To get our major scale, let's assume we want to play on this. To get our major scale now, we are going to apply the principle I gave us before. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. How do we apply this tone, tone, semitone? For a tone, I told you a tone refers to what? Two movements. Assuming we are starting here, so C is going to be our starting point, and tonic so far is going to sound do. Is going to sound do. All together. Now, let's apply our first tone. Our first tone, which comprises of two semitones, but this is one semitone coming here. This is another semitone coming here. All together. So C to D. So D will sound what? Re. Now we have another semitone bar. So this one will bring us here. This one will bring us here. So to he. This one will sound me. Then to semitone. Now let me give you another thing. Wherever there is no black key in between, you just move directly. Are we together? Now you move directly. So E to F. So F is going to sound fa, then followed by another tone, which semitone will bring us here, another semitone will bring us here. So this one will be G. So another semitone, this one will bring us here, another one will bring us here. A, la. So followed by another tone, this one will bring us here, this one will bring us here. To B. So B will sound C, followed by a semitone. Between B and C, you notice that there are no black keys, so you move directly. Do. All together. Okay, now I just told you about the ascending order. Ascending order means do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You can see your voice is climbing. Now, when we are talking about descending order, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now, to apply the descending order, you are just going to start from here. Instead, when we were ascending, I started from here. But when descending, you start from here, start applying like this, like this, like this. Now, for another assignment, you are going to give me for descending order, like you are going to show how the movement is for descending order. Then you submit it on WhatsApp. So, should you have any question about this particular topic, forward it to this WhatsApp number 070-33-240-605. I am going to be attending to you personally. So this one is good now. I want you to note two particular things here that we are going to be applying on our lead guitar. The movement between he and F. You will notice there are no semitones. Then, there is no black key, so it's only a semitone. Now, the difference between B and C, there is no black key. It's a semitone. E and F, B and C. E, F, B, and C. Note that we are going to be needing it. Now, let's clean this. Let's clean this. Let's clean this. I hope you guys are following me, and I hope you are enjoying the class. So, Now I want to teach you how you are going to get your major scale on your lead guitar using your tablature. Are we together? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So this one represents your knot, which is the neck, your white element. So these are your frets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I told you before, this is E, every African desire God's blessings eternally. Are we together? Now, every African desire God's blessings eternally. Now, if you are going to fill in, so that in order for you to know the notes that are on each fret, I told you to note the movement between B and C, E and F. Now, B, this is B. Definitely between B and C, it's only a semitone. So C will be here. D will be here. Now, applying the principle of tone, if B is here, like, please, I hope you guys are understanding. I hope I'm not confusing you. D, E, between E and F, I told you, F, G, A, till infinity. Now, you have E to be here, between E and F. So, we have G to be here, we have A to be here, then B. Between B and C, I told you, C, D. Are we good? Now, G, A will be here, B will be here. Between B and C, C will be here, D, E. Between here and F, F. So you have D, E. Between here and F, there are no semitones. G, E, F, G, A, B, C. Then you have A to be here, B. Between B and C, D, E, F, G will be here. How good? So between E and F, G, A, B, C, D. Are we good? Now, I need you guys to understand that this is the position of C. This is another position of C. And from the tonic, so from the major scale we were able to get the other time, we have C to D to E to F to G to A to B and lastly to C. Are we together? C to C. Here you can decide to move whichever way you want to move, but it is most advisable you move this way I want you to move, right? You have your C to be here, you use your finger 3. Then you have your D to be here, you use your open. When you see something like this O, it means open string. I'll tell you how to apply your open string. Then E, you use your finger 2 to play E. Then F, you use your finger 3 to play F. Then G is going to be open. Then A, you are going to use finger 2 to play A. Then B is going to open, is going to be open. Then lastly C, you are going to use your finger 1. And I throw those out to number of fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I hope you guys still remember. So your ascending order is going to sound do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now if you are having your descending order, it's going to be do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Now I'm going to show you how to apply it on your lead guitar so that you can actually apply it yourself. Can you see my finger now? This is, you can see your C is on the 3rd fret on string 5. This is the 3rd fret on string 5, and I told you to use your 3rd finger, so you are going to use this finger. So after pinning it down here, you are going to use your thumb to strike your string 5 here. You can hear do, Now, coming here, you have open string. So you are going to open string 4 without touching anything. You are going to strike string 4. It's going to sound re. Now, come here. You are going to have mi followed by the next one. Open string 3 will sound so. Then you have la, si, do. Now for your descending order, you are going to have do, si, la, mi, re, do. All together. Should you have any question, please don't hesitate to forward it to 070-33-240-605 on WhatsApp. I'll attend to all your questions immediately I get them or as soon as I have time to attend to them. Thank you. Welcome to U Musicals Academy today. I am Holami. See you in the next class.